Hello and welcome to gusmcdollgames. I'm Nick McDowell and today we're playing part 2 of North by Northwest, the 9th mission in the NATO campaign in Naval War Arctic Circle. Naval War Arctic Circle is based on a hypothetical Great Arctic War set in 2030 and fought in the North Atlantic, Arctic, Baltic and the North Sea. The NATO campaign covers the Great Arctic War as experienced from the Northern Partnership and NATO alliances. The enemy has an airbase at Keflavik in occupied Iceland. In North by Northwest, we must support a US carrier battle group that is breaking out into the North Atlantic. We must destroy at least 2 submarines, kill at least 5 long-range bombers, and protect the Nimitz-class carrier. We have Thule Air Base in Greenland. A refueling tanker is headed south. A Poseidon is moving towards its patrol area. An E-3 Sentry AWACS aircraft provides situational awareness. Another Poseidon is on patrol. 4 F-35 are on a defensive counter-air mission. Canadian forces base Goose Bay and a pair of F-22 on patrol to the east, crossing the Labrador Sea. Let's turn on their air search radar. A Royal Canadian Navy task force consisting of the Montreal and the Fredericton, both Halifax-class guided missile frigates. Let's launch an ASW helicopter. Also the SSN USS Virginia. And the SSN USS Texas. In front of the carrier battle group are 3 SH-60 Seahawks on anti-submarine warfare patrol. And the carrier battle group itself consists of the aircraft carrier the Theodore Roosevelt, the San Jacinto, a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser, the Winston S. Churchill, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, the damaged Lassen, also an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, the Howard, also an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, and the Lake Champlain, a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser. The helicopters are in position, so let's commence their subsurface search. They need to be low and halted using their dipping sonar. In the last episode, we introduced friendly units and their capabilities, launched a Tomahawk land attack missile strike against the Keflavik air base in occupied Iceland. We destroyed a Tupolev Tu-22M3 bomber and are in pursuit of a second. We defeated an attack by Sukhoi Skat unmanned aerial vehicles, but suffered damage to the Lassen. And we prepared our units for anti-submarine warfare. The F-35 still have fuel, but have lost track of the Tupolev bombers. Let's launch another pair of fighters from Goose Bay. Let's speed up time. The Canadian Seahawk is in position, so let's commence its search. It has an AN ALQ 142 ESM system, an AN APS 124 radar with a 216 nautical mile range. Let's activate the radar. And an AN AQS 18A dipping sonar. Let's deploy the sonar. Let's speed up time and track the Tomahawk missiles to their target. It looks like a couple were shot down. There must be fighters in southern Greenland, although I have not detected any. Here are the Tomahawk missiles against the snows of Greenland. Disabling Keflavik will prevent the enemy refueling, rearming and launching aircraft. The F-35 increase altitude. Their air search radars are active. Let's speed up time. And a detection. Large fixed-wing aircraft not identified. The F-35 vectored to intercept. The other pair of F-35 have plenty of fuel remaining, so they vector over Greenland to join the defensive counter-air battle. More Tomahawk are shot down. The aircraft are identified as Tupolev Tu-22M3. They remain out of AMRAAM range. The tanker vectors south to be closer to the fighters. One group of Tomahawk is down to 10 missiles. The other is down to 6 missiles. Another spectacular shot of Tomahawk missiles silhouetted against the snows of Greenland, with the coast in the background. The Tupolev are now within range of one of the F-35 fighters. It launches AMRAAM. The intent is to keep the Tupolev out of range and unable to launch against the Teddy Roosevelt. One of the Tupolev is shot down. Then another. That makes 3 from the 5 needed to meet the mission objective. Then another, making 4. The 5th evades. The F-35 fires again. The Tupolev turns and runs. The Tomahawks cross the coast of Greenland, bound for Iceland. The second F-35 pair vectored to intercept the final Tupolev. More Tomahawks are shot down. The Tupolev crosses the T, but out of missile range of the F-35s. Then they run out of fuel. It appears all the Tomahawk missiles were shot down, and no damage inflicted on Keflavik Air Base. That is disappointing. I can't replace the Tomahawks, and the enemy can keep using the airbase to launch fighters and bombers against the carrier battle group. Back north, the Tupolev appears to be tracking towards Toul. The airbase has no fighter defence and only short-range air defence missiles, cued by a Sentinel Raider with 40-kilometre range. So the Teddy Roosevelt launches 2 F-35 to defend Toul. A single AIM-120D streaks towards the Tupolev, which is running north at over 2,300 km per hour. The missile runs out of fuel. Nothing stands between the Tupolev and Toul. More AMRAAM are launched. The Royal Canadian Navy Seahawk deploys at Sonar Buoy Deep. The mission objectives specify 2 submarine kills, but I have not detected any. The Poseidon shifts its search area eastwards. The other Poseidon sets a search area to the south. The Tupolev continues to track north. It is unclear whether the F-35 can intercept in time. If necessary, I may need to launch my aircraft from Thule to prevent them being destroyed on the ground. To the south, a Tupolev Tu-95 is detected in the Labrador Sea. This is a 4-engine propeller-driven maritime patrol aircraft. It is out of missile range. The F-22 vector south to intercept. Let's speed up time. The Tupolev continues north. The intercept fighters activate their radar. The Tupolev turns south. Has it launched missiles against Thule? It tracks south along the coast, with the F-35 in pursuit on afterburner. Just out of AMRAAM range. The F-35 increase altitude to try to detect any inbound missiles. Time for the ASW helicopters screening Teddy Roosevelt to move forward to new positions. Suddenly, missiles are detected, inbound against the carrier battle group from the southwest. The northern Poseidon sets a search area around the likely launch point of origin. The Teddy Roosevelt launches 2 F-35 in case it is another undetected aircraft. To the east, there are no detections of air-to-surface missiles launched against Thule. Both F-35 engage their air search radar. The Tupolev is now within AMRAAM range and the fighters launch. The Teddy Roosevelt has launched surface-to-air missiles against the inbound threat. More missiles detected to the south. Onyx SSN-26. The southern Poseidon vectors towards the second likely launch point of origin. The first missile group are 3 M54E Club missiles, NATO designation SSN-27. These are surface-to-surface naval missiles. These are likely launched from a submarine, assuming the identification is correct. All are shot down. The southern Poseidon sets a search area. The northern pair of F-35 continue to launch AMRAAM against the Tupolev as it comes back within range, as does the second F-35 pair. The fighters launched from the Teddy Roosevelt vectored to intercept the southern missile barrage. These are P-803 M55 Onyx missiles, NATO designation SSN-26. Again, these are surface-to-surface naval missiles, likely launched from a submarine, assuming the identification is correct. To the south, the Tupolev Tu-95 remains outside missile range of the F-22. Canadian Forces Base Goose Bay launches a tanker aircraft. The fighters need longer legs. In the north, the Tupolev Tu-22 is shot down. It is the 5th long-range bomber shot down, and we have achieved our first objective. Now we just have to sink 2 submarines and protect the carrier battle group. The skies over Greenland appear clear, and the F-35 refuel from the tanker. Time to launch an E-3 Sentry AWACS from Tuul for better situational awareness in the north. The ASW helicopters adjust their patrol locations. The Lassen is damaged, but still operational. The F-35 launch AMRAAM against the incoming Onyx. One by one, they are shot down. The F-35 engage air search radar. In the south, the Tupolev remains outside missile range, and the Raptors are running low on fuel. Canadian Forces Base Goose Bay launches another pair of fighters to intercept. let's speed up time. Another tuple of Tu-95 is detected. These are both patrolling the Labrador Sea. I will need to destroy them to allow the carrier battle group to enter the North Atlantic. Then another pair of Tupolev Tu-22 is detected over Greenland, tracking north. With Keflavik Air Base still in operation, I have no idea how many aircraft the enemy can launch. The F-35 vector to intercept. More aircraft are detected. The ASW helicopters are in position and begin their search. The Northern Poseidon also starts dropping sonar buoys around the likely launch point for the Club missiles. To the south, the Raptors are returning to refuel. The tanker sets a patrol track, and the second pair of Raptors heads into the Labrador Sea. The Canadian Task Force's ASW helicopter repositions its search area in front of the Canadian ships. So far, we have achieved our objective of killing at least 5 long-range bombers. We protected the carrier battle group against 2 submarine-launched missile strikes, but our Tomahawk strike against Keflavik Air Base in occupied Iceland was defeated. In the next episode, we will defend against the Tupolev Tu-22 bombers, clear the Labrador Sea of Tu-95 maritime patrol aircraft, and find and sink 2 submarines. As always, thanks for watching. For more Naval War Arctic Circle content, check out the NATO campaign and Jersey blockade playlists on our channel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.